rescue hapless day trippers that lose themselves in the Swiss Alps. I was convinced that the companion of that happy moment had been such a dog, in very fact. Our little family was now settled in the thriving parish of St Giles, in a very civilised East Midlands town, and as far as I was concerned, we had shaken the dust of Yorkshire from our feet, never to return. Not that I'd ever actually been there to get its dust on my feet, but that I did not regret. Father put the letter down shakily. "I think I'd like a cup of tea now." "Is it bad news, dear?" Mother queried as she poured out. Since stepmothers are always either horrible or angelic in stories, I might as well tell you at once that mine is firmly in the latter category. She is every inch the angel she looks. Father was staring at the marmalade as if it was the ghost of marmalade's past, and didn't answer for a moment. They want us to have it." "Have what?" "It. The Abbey." Mother and I looked at one another in dismay. George threw his cap in the air. "Hurrah!" The plan was soon made and put into motion. The train journey would take the better part of the day. We would go to the very end of the railway line, into the utter wilds of that network of valleys and upland moors known as the Yorkshire Dales. We would make this journey, hoping that we would be met with a conveyance to take us to the Abbey as the letter had promised. When one is a clergyman's daughter in a busy city parish, like me, one always has mourning garb that fits. There are always parishioners to mourn and funerals to attend. At present, the people whom we were supposed to be mourning were my uncle, father's elder brother Cadmus, and his son, Percy, my first cousin. The irony of dressing in mourning for people who would never have done so for us was not lost on me. As I arranged myself in a first-class train carriage with my family, I felt, more than anything, irritated at my unknown cousin and uncle for dying so dramatically. A hunting accident, the letter informed us, and at such an inconvenient time. Over the last 2 years, I had had some success publishing detective stories under a pseudonym. I was currently writing to a deadline from my publisher. My informal duties as clergyman's daughter had kept me busy as we completed Lent and entered Eastertide. I could not afford many more days away from my writing desk without suffering for it. "Fancy a bit of blood and thunder for the trip, Edith," said Father, with an eyebrow arched towards the racks of yellow-backed novels on the platform. It was a joke he loved. The fact that my own novels were among those on the racks was a secret known to very few. "Father, you know I always bring something sensational to read on the train," I replied, tapping the thick notebook in my lap, which contained notes for the next Inspector Green mystery. Hours later, the train stopped at a station as we were passing from Lancashire into Yorkshire. Looking out the window, I chanced to notice the elaborate ironwork supporting the platform canopy above. At the centre of the circular design of Lancaster roses, there crouched a fierce winged beast with a barbed tail, the precise name of which escaped me. For some reason, it interested me. It had the tail of a dragon and the wings of a Pegasus, and its belly was low to the ground. As the train pulled away, I turned to Father, who could always be counted on to know such things. "Father, what's the name of that creature that's always appearing on heraldry? The one with the rather upset expression." "2 legs or 4?" asked Father. "2. A wyvern, my dear." "Perhaps it was the creature you saw in the garden. They seem to be fond of them in these parts." I checked my watch. "Father, please tell us what we should know about these people. We hardly know anything about them, and I've no wish to disgrace you upon the occasion of entering the ranks of the landed gentry." My tone was slightly tart. Father suddenly looked wearied. I regretted the tartness at once. I might scoff at these people, but they were the only family my father had ever known.